Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sri Mulyana Amiruddin. I'm from English Education Class A 2019. In this moment, I would like to explain about my mini research, and the title of my mini research is The Influence of Mind Map on Students' Working Memory in Balabatu, Curio District, and Rekang Regency. So let's move to the next slide is table of contents. The first one is introduction. The second one is literature review. The third one is methodology. And the fourth one is result and discussion. So in introduction, the researcher will be explain about why the researcher choose this topic. So the first reason why the researcher choose this topic is because some students have very low working memory, which can impact in their learning. As we know that learning is the process of obtaining new information, and memory is the process of save information. When we combine between learning and memory is a basic of all knowledge and skills. The second reason is avoid rote learning, which force students to find connections in students' head in difficult way. So the researcher will be found what others method that can make students learning in meaningful way. And the third reason is Seda Saima Farhan in 2016 have discovered that using mind map can improve students' writing skill, and other researcher in 2020 was found that memorize application or mind map is recommended to be used in teaching vocabulary, and there is no researcher that uh, that investigate about a mind map and working memory. So the next is literature review of mind map and working memory. So a mind map is the method of learning developed by Tony Buzan at 1960, and according to Buzan, in 2006, mind map is a diagram that has function to organize idea and represent words, tasks, or another links that arrange a central keyword by branch, and typically it contains words, colors, short phrase, and pictures. In other words, mind map is a creative recording method that makes students remember a lot of information. Next one is working memory. According to Alan Baddeley, working memory is a brain system that provides temporary storage and manipulation of the information necessary for such complex cognitive tasks as a language comprehension. There are three components of working memory. The first one is the central executive. The second one is the visuospatial sketchpad, and the phonological loop, according to Baddeley and Hitch in 1974. The first one is the central executive. It refers to how many things we can simultaneously do effectively. Depends on the number of resources the task that requires, and the visuospatial sketchpad is the system that allow us to form visual images described in our mind and convert words into image. And next is the phonological loop. The phonological loop consists of two. The first one is the phonological store, and the second one is the articulatory rehearsal system. So the first one is the phonological store, holds phonological representations for a brief period, and The second one is the articulatory rehearsal system that enables us to rehearse material or prolonging them to stay covertly and overtly in phonological stars. Next slide is methodology, that are sampling and data analysis. So the first one is sampling. The sample of this study is a student, his name is Ahmad Samad from State University of Makassar, that was chosen by the researcher, and the researcher chose these students because she isn't familiar with mind map. And data analysis, this researcher tries to interview and using experimental and documentation study. After collecting the data from the questionnaire and interview, the researcher analyzed the data using descriptive analysis. And the last one is result and discussion. So, result and discussion from the questionnaire and interview, the researcher found that the students or Ahmad Samad doesn't know or not familiar with mind map and working memory. And after the researcher explained about mind map and the benefit of mind maps to students' working memory, the researcher tried to make traditional mind map. And the second meeting, the researcher asked to the subject to draw a mind map about simple present tense. From the observation, the researcher found that after treatment using a mind map to describe simple present tense, the students feel happy and enjoy in learning. And the subject also thought it easy to remember important part using mind map. So based on the study and findings, it can be concluded that using mind map is effective to students' working memory. Students more easily in memorizing important part or material in mind map. So the application of mind mapping can be a reference for a teacher in classroom, and for our readers, the study can be add more information and can be a reference for education in Indonesia. Finally, the research questions of this mini research is answered that using mind map is effective to students' working memory, or a mind map has positive impact to students' working memory. So I think that's all from me, and I apologize if there is any mistakes, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.